went throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
There we go, flying in.
50 seconds to run. Not today, you run. Not today.
Prescott on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
They're running it.
Play action now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Check safety, check safety.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston to Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 7, Winston is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 50, Mike 50.
To the air again with Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Prescott off play action. He's going to launch it for Washington. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Ready? Blue ready.
We're scoreless after one.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
50's a mic, 50's a mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 89 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Being chased out left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston going up top, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's got Evans. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015 finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This looks like a free play for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Prescott to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to rifle one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, we
Again, it's Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the air again. Prescott. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready. Black 25.
Hey. 50 to Mike. Easy.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through quick.
And he's going to go down again. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneers there. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Eddie, blue lady. We want this. Alert flag.
Now a first down carry for Harris. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. Walton able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check 13. Easy.
Throwing, Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll make it third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Winston now. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the draw, Connor. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Here goes 47.
Here's Prescott. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though,
and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit the sack to Peacevale.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. It's complete to Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Winston on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Oh, able to avoid him. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know this.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Steps away, and the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mark Walton. His first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
14, Steelers 13.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vita Vea in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 8. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense, of course.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Tampa Bay, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home